rolled it from our current rate of 1.5% up to what we would have to do as far as the growth rate in the solar business to get up to 40%. 40% would essentially replace it. And that was a number that my funding customer people are interested in. And I mean, if you look at those numbers, they seem easily achievable, 40%, but that's compounded annually. So in the next couple of decades, we would have to increase our solar demand by 40% a year to actually do something like replace oil, or at least make a dent in it. Anyway, my program is called Solar America Cities, and what the Department of Energy is doing is what they're funding groups like us, Solar Sandia Labs, National Renewable Energy Lab, a lot of people like that, to get solar out in the mainstream, to help people adopt it. Solar America Cities is one. Solar America showcases where they actually go out to specific projects and help. A lot of government buildings, a lot of new government infrastructure that are really going to stress renewables. So we're going to use some of the teams that we put together to go out to these facilities and help them incorporate that. We're trying to break down some of the codes and standards that are really the hindrance on development. A lot of outreach programs. Anyway, a lot of this type of stuff is being funded by the Department of Energy. Specific to Solar America Cities, it comes out of DOE's goal to make photovoltaic energy cost competitive by the year 2050. And what they're doing is, what we're doing is we're actually partnering with cities. We're committed to solar and actually helping them to incorporate it into their everyday lives and use those examples that are successes to spread to other cities. The way that Solar America Cities got started was it was a competitive bid that was put out to the country as a whole, and cities with more than 100,000 population were allowed to put in proposals, and they basically had emphasized that yes, they're going to push solar, that it's going to be a citywide approach, that it's going to be mainstream for that area, and they're going to end up using what they've done as a model for other cities. 25 cities were awarded grants. These are the cities. Tucson was one of them. You can see that they're spread across the entire country, and these are cities that are currently receiving assistance right now. Again, Tucson was one of them. These are the kind of the goals and the highlights of Tucson, and these are the participants, the city of Tucson, the electric company here. So what they received for this work, they actually got a grant from the Department of Energy for $200,000. But in return, probably the biggest assistance is they got $250,000 worth of technical assistance from people like myself. The groups that you see on the right, New Mexico State University, National Renewable Energy Labs, EXPO, Sandia Labs, who I work for. We go out to the city, multidiscipline team. We'll have mechanical engineers, we'll have structural engineers, we'll have electrical engineers, we'll have financial experts. We'll put together a team that's tailored to that city's need, go out and meet with them, discuss what they need, and help them. And actually, that funding level is supposed to be increased with this new stimulus package that's out. Anyway, what we're trying to do is break down a lot of the barriers that are there, preventing solar from spreading like we'd like it to spread. You've got a lack of communication, a lack of information. You've got inadequate codes, inconsistent codes. You've got basically one of the biggest problems is inconsistencies from market to market, and lack of information, lack of need, and lack of technical experts to actually deploy the technologies. Anyway, some of the projects that have gone out have really featured on these things. Streamlining permitting, trying to get more consistent and easily achievable goals with regard to the building codes. Creative financing has been, cost is probably one of the biggest barriers to renewable energy taking to market. There was some of the speakers earlier talked. One of the panel speakers talked like he wanted to put PV on his house, but he was fixing to move soon, so he wasn't going to do it because it wasn't cost effective. There are cities around the country that are actually taking that into consideration. For instance, San Jose, California, they're actually considering assessing the value of the home when you put in a capital improvement like solar photovoltaics. So it'll be kind of like your property tax. You'll only pay a portion of it while you live there. When you move and sell it, the person that buys it will take over those costs, so you're not burdened with the entire capital cost. So some of the things that are successes, we're actually trying to take from a city like San Jose and spread it to other cities. Anyway, some of that is some of the successes of our program. Some of the uniqueness of the program is we're actually taking federal money, applying it to cities, but trying to make some consistencies across the country that'll make it more easily achievable as far as growing the technology. Financial assistance, technical hands-on assistance. A lot of cross-cutting analysis and outreach tools. One of the biggest outreach tools that we've got coming up is a big conference. It's going to be later this month and next month in San Antonio. And that's where everybody from this program will be meeting and discussing lessons learned and taking that information and going out and spreading it to their respective sites. Again, right now we're focusing on 25 cities that have already been chosen. They're not expected to expand the number of cities, but they are expected to expand the number of projects. The potential new activities. This was funded under the Bush administration, and now that Obama's in office, it's likely going to see some change. And they're actually talking about expanding it substantially. An example of some of the expansion is, like, for instance, up in Phoenix, a new Hyatt resort is planned for development, and we've been tasked to help them deploy renewable energies at that site. And one of the features of that resort will be a parking garage that will be, the roof will essentially be photovoltaics that will power electric cars. So we're going to get a lot of those type of projects. Anyway, as far as the program itself, we're really going through a lot of change right now with the administration change. We're actually seeing a lot of growth, a lot of interest from other cities. The website here, you can go on there and check it out. Programs that are substantial, more than just residential, but bigger resorts like in the Albuquerque area. There's a new development called Mesa del Sol. It's supposed to house somewhere in the order of 100,000 homes. That project has been encompassed into this program where we're actually going to go out and help them design and deploy their entire grid, as far as the homes will be based on predominantly on renewable energies. A lot of the water systems will be designed to minimize water use and a lot of that kind of stuff. So our teams will go out to new developments, new projects, whatever, and assist them. So any of you that are involved with something similar to that is interested in getting some of this assistance,